Good morning, boys and girls. It's time for our math story. I've drawn a picture, a platter of cookies. And so it's time to notice and wonder. So I want you to notice, and a notice is something you see, and then I want you to wonder. That means you're going to ask yourself questions. So as I look at the platter of cookies, I start noticing and wondering. And I know you're at home noticing and wondering too. I know. I have a notice. I noticed that the cookies look different. I have another notice. I noticed that there are 5 cookies that look like chocolate chip, and there are 4 other cookies. I wonder, I have a question. I wonder who made the cookies? I wonder what kind are the other cookies? So I know you're at home and you have some notices and wonders also. So now I'm going to tell you a story and I want you to close your eyes. And the story is going to be about our cookies. Renai and Layla made 12 cookies for the party. 7 are sugar cookies. The rest are chocolate chip. I'm going to say our story again. Keep your eyes closed. No peeking. Renai and Layla made 12 cookies for the party. 7 are sugar cookies, and the rest are chocolate chip. Now, I want you to turn and tell one of your family members your story. If you're alone, you just say the story to yourself to make sure you have it right. So you're going to say Renai and Layla made 12 cookies for the party. 7 are sugar cookies. The rest are chocolate chip. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. How many are chocolate chip? I want you to tell that same family member how you would solve that problem. Is it a put together? Is it a take apart? Would you count on? Would you use your head and count down? Would you use a number line? How would you solve this problem? Okay, now I'm going to show you the problem, and then we're going to talk about it. Renai and Layla made 12 cookies for the party. 7 are sugar cookies. The rest are chocolate chip. How many are chocolate chip? And so as you see, I've circled the magic numbers because I know those are the numbers that I'm going to have to use to solve my problem. So I know we started out with 12 cookies. And so I made 12 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I know we have 7 chocolate chips. We know that for sure. So I'm just going to take those off because we don't want to know about the chocolate chip cookies. I mean, we don't want to know about the sugar. We want to know how many chocolate chip cookies. I'm taking 7 off because we want to know, we don't care about the 7 sugar cookies. We're taking those away so that we know how many are left. And then we know that those are chocolate chip cookies. So let's count the ones I've taken away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we took away the 7 sugar cookies, and what's left are chocolate chip. So let's see what's left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our answer is 5, our difference, because we know we had to take something away. Another strategy you might have used would be to count down. Have the large number in your head, and then you count backwards or count down. So I've drawn that strategy. So 12 is in his head, and then he's counting down. He's counting down how many? He's counting down 7 numbers. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And so we end up with the same difference. We still end up with 5. And so now we're going to write our answer. Our answer is 5. And then we're going to write our number sentence. And our number sentence is 12 because our problem has 12. We started out with 12. Then we subtracted 7. We subtracted 7 of the sugar cookies, and our difference is 5. So we know that there are 5 chocolate chip cookies. And boys and girls, when I give you a math story, it has to be done this way, because whenever you take your standardized test, they always have a place for you to show your work. They always have a spot for you to put your answer. And then at the bottom, they always ask you to put a number sentence. So if you turn in a math story and it's missing either the work, the answer, or the math story in that order, I always take away points if you notice. Okay, so you do have a math story for today on Google Classroom. But before you go, I want to do a little place value lesson as well. So I have the number 23 plus 54. And so over here, I'm going to put the numbers 23 and 54 over here to represent the 1s and the 5s, the 1s and the 10s, I'm sorry. So I know that the 3 and the 4 are in the 1s place. So I put the 3 and the 4 here. And then I know that the 2 and the 5 are in the 10s place. And so I place them 2 and 5 here. So first I'm going to start with the 1s. We always start adding or subtracting in the 1s place. So 3 plus 4. So I've written 3, 1, 2, 3, plus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to add them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's how I get my number 7 in the 1s place. And now I'm going to go over to the 10s place, and I'm going to add those. 5 plus 2. And I always start with the large number because it's faster to count. 5 plus 2 equals 7. And so you could say 5, put 5 in your head and count 2. Or you can do tally marks like I did over here and write those. So I came down here and I wrote the same numbers, 23 and 54. And the reason I wrote those out, because when we look at those numbers, we have to understand that we have 1s and we have 10s. And so if I wrote those out to show what they really mean, I would have 3 1s and I would have 2 10s. So let's count that number. 10, 21, 21, 22, 23. And then over here I have 54. And so if I write those out so that I know what that means, I know that when I look at that number, I have 5 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And I have 4 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know when I add those up, the 1s place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I get a 7. And when I add up the 10s, I also get a 7. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And I know because this 7 is in the 10s place, that this number 7 represents 70, and that this number 7 represents 1s. So our number, our sum is still the same, 77. So as I can identify and explain place value. Thank you. Have a great day of learning.